Our verse today is 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 15. If I delay, you may know how one ought to behave in the household of God, which is the church of the living God, a pillar and buttress of the truth. Paul intends to visit Timothy. However, he anticipates some delay. He tells Timothy in our verse that should he delay, he should know how each person, especially the leaders in the church, ought to behave. To understand our verse, we need to look at the previous verses. In this chapter, Paul speaks about the qualities the leaders in the church should possess. He addresses different levels of authority within the church. First is the episcopos. That is one who watches over the welfare of others, and the word can be translated as an overseer, a guardian, bishop, or pastor. The episcopos should be someone without reproach, married to one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not a drunkard, not violent, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He should learn to manage his own household. Otherwise, he cannot manage the church of God. So the episcopos was one who had a family. Then the leaders of the church were married. The person should not be a recent convert so as not to be proud. People must hold that leader in high esteem. Paul also writes about the diakonos, one who renders helpful service in the church, a deacon. The deacon should also be someone with a reputable character. What is the essence of Paul writing about these things? That is what he tells Timothy in our verse. He wants the Christian community to know how to behave in the house of God, both the leaders and the members. The community of faith is the church of the living God. The church is not just any gathering. It is the assembly of those who believe in God and live by the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he says the church should be stulos kai hedrauma tes aliteas. That is, the church should be the pillar and foundation of truth. Stulos means pillar or column, but metaphorically it can refer to an authoritative leader in the community, very important person of the church as upholding true doctrine. While the church is a pillar of the truth, the person in authority symbolizes that pillar. Therefore, so much is expected of leaders within the faith community. Hedrauman means foundation, mainstay, or support. The church is both the pillar and foundation of the truth. We can ask the question today if the church is still the pillar and foundation of the truth in the world. I think it still is. If not, the society would have lost its soul and morals. The church continues to be the voice that speaks against ills in society and preach morality in the world. However, the church needs to speak out more against injustices, especially in the corridors of power. What about individual members of the church? The challenge is enormous. It is not enough to point fingers at the leaders. We should also look at how we can be pillars and foundations of the truth of the gospel in our families, places of work, and places of influence. Lord, may the church continue to be the pillar and foundation of the truth in the world. Stand up for the gospel of Jesus Christ and speak out against injustices in our world. Amen. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the day.